That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I'm glad I decided to do some raids. That's pretty good.
Nice. All right, the luck is coming. It is back.
Yes. That was a
Here
good
it is
time, too.
here.
38 minutes.
Yeah,
I'll take
considering
it. I'll take
I
it.
died.
Hey, feels fucking good, man. Forgot to record. 185 million GP is what that sold for. So, gonna split this out to WAP and Ninja. Let me just actually do this. It is a... Oh, that's 195. 185 divided by 3 is 61.67 mil splits. Oh, that's a good way to start this video. Woo! So, I got the prims. I think that was like the last... First of all, hello everyone and welcome to this episode. I apologize for... Ooh, that's supposed to be on insert, not on that. Hello everyone and welcome to this episode. That was amazing. First real drop of my name. The other one was Dragon Throne Axes. But with this money, I think we're going to be very, very close to buying the Arcane Scroll. So I'm just going to throw an offer in the GE for this much. I don't think it will buy, but it might. And actually, I'm going to sell off my loot tab real quick too, because that should push me over 70 mil, which gives me a much better chance at getting it. Because that's my next goal, is the Arcane Prayer Scroll. So even if it doesn't buy now, by the end of this episode, I'm going to have it. So I sold off everything in my loot tab. I actually had a lot more in there than I thought, because I forgot I started doing my Sire task. Arcane Prayer Scroll. Here we go, boys. Read that bad boy up. Augury, we now have a completed... Oh, well, okay. It happens to be that I'm on World 65, so it looks like I can't prod item. Well, I mean, I technically can't, but we have a completed prayer book. We have Augury. Awesome. Now the next thing I want to buy is an Arcane Spirit Shield, and then we can just start saving up our GP. Well, we just got our first Lizardman task, so I guess I'm going to try out doing some Shamans. I don't really know the safe spots, so I'm probably just going to cannon. So... I haven't been here long enough to, like, be allowed to complain about this, but I just got a shield left half. Oh, okay. It's good. It's fine. It's not, like, that big of a deal, but seeing that on the ground is a little bit of a troll. Other than the shield left half, that was a pretty typical task. I did have to bank to grab a couple more prayer potions, but soloing them is actually not as hard as I thought, so I definitely don't mind tasks like that. It only took me about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, which is probably kind of slow. I'm not really sure how fast you should be able to kill them. But I have neck reels now, so that's another money task. Definitely not going to skip that one. Alright, so there was an update today that actually was the private DK layer on task only thing. So I actually just got the, I'm pretty sure, largest possible Dagonoth King task, which is 199. I don't know, maybe you can get 200. But that's pretty nice. It's been a while since I've had a DK's task, so I'm actually pretty excited to see how easy and or difficult it will be to find a world now. So let's go do this task and see if we can figure that out. But we had a DK's task. I think I recorded the beginning of it, and we just finished it. I couldn't do it on one trip because I've actually forgot my SGS in the first trip. We did get an Archer's Ring, though, which is nice. That's the only ring we got. We got 2 Rings of Life and 2 Axes, as well as 2 Mud Battle Staves. So I'm going to try and get the back-to-back, like always. First time trying the Imbued Heart there as well. Worked out pretty well. And also passed 3,000 base in all of the Dagonoth King kill counts, which is pretty nice. So as you guys can probably tell, I'm not showing you every loot anymore. Oh, Torn Prayer Scroll. I'm not showing you guys every loot anymore. I'm just showing you the in-betweens, like if we get something big. So we are at 70 raids count now, which I know is a lot lower than some people, but yeah, I'm doing alright. So I gave solo raids a shot. This is my first and probably last solo raid. Took me a little bit over an hour, which I know is pretty bad, but considering it's my first one, only 1 death, not awful. I don't know how the hell you're supposed to do Ohm super quickly in a solo. I was not capable of doing it very quickly. Probably never doing that again. Regret that attempt a lot, just because of how much time that took. Well, that is a nice one to see on the ground. It's going to be a little laggy because I am streaming, and there's always a little bit of lag when I start recording when I'm streaming. But there we go. That is an Arma Hilt. That now means that since I have started my Rebuild series, I have officially had a drop of every single God Wars Dungeon hilt. Kind of a little mini personal goal, but I'm pretty happy with it. I also think they're like, it's good, like 15 mil split, something along the lines of that. 14 mil split, not bad. Alright, so, just finished splitting out the hilt, sold for a little bit over 27 mil. Actually, I guess it'd be a better thing to say a little bit under 28. Waff's letting me keep the rest of this shit because I blew bank on the chins. Sell back the rest of these right now because I probably will need them again in the future, but, you know, whatever. And gonna go pick up a new task. Alright. To everyone who thinks we never get these, there we go. We finally got one. Ha ha ha, it's a Starlight. Alright, moving on. Like, let's be real. It was bound to happen because we haven't had one. And now we've had 2 in the same trip.
Oh, hard clue.
It's beautiful. This is a beautiful thing right there. Arm a hilt into this shit. So I had an Abyssal Demons task. I decided not to do it at Sire just because I really wasn't feeling like doing Sire, so I just did it all the normal ones. Finished up another totem, which isn't too crazy. Now I have 102 Cave Kraken again, so I'm just going to go ahead and knock that out just to make a little bit of GP. And we're almost on 800 tasks, so that's actually kind of cool. That'll be a shitload of points, so a shitload of skips. Alright, so it's been a while since I've actually seen one of these. Pretty happy with that. We picked ourselves up a Trident of the Seas. And this is why I promise that wasn't the voice correct. And this is why I still do these tasks. They're good money. It's pretty AFK as well. It allows me to kind of just mess around and watch videos while I'm doing it. Well guys, 2 drops in this one task. This one's not as cool as the other one. Would have been, you know, a lot nicer if it was just another Trident. But either way, we got a Kraken Tentacle. Pretty freaking nice to pick that up. Always cool to see some of those drops on the ground. So my 800th task is, once again, Avian Seas. Now I don't know how I go from getting no Avian Seas for like months on end to now all of a sudden getting nothing but Avian Seas. But I guess that's fine. I'm probably going to end up doing it again because I really just don't enjoy soloing it very much. So that means I could potentially lose money, but I'm going to buy some chins and do it again just because that's the easiest way to do this task. So those of you guys who don't understand, the reason you use chins is because it's just an extreme amount of DPS, and in the long run you do profit from it, but sometimes you get unlucky and don't get drops. Finally decided to get around to doing that master clue that's been lying in my bank for quite a while, and that's actually pretty good. Sammy Page is what's making most of it, I would imagine. Even without the Sammy Page, that's not even that bad. 800k master, way above average. Well, a fairly minor accomplishment, but just passed 700 KC at Kriara. This actually went from my lowest KC boss to not anywhere near my highest, but no longer one of my lowest, which is nice. It's still my lowest God Wars one by probably 400 or 500 kills. Actually, probably like 700 kills now that I think about it. But I think my lowest boss is now Vedian at like 300 or 400. That was task 800. Pretty freaking cool. Too bad we didn't get anything, but it's not that big of a deal. Trolls? No, I'm not doing trolls. Nice try. Hopefully we can actually pick up another boss task. In case you guys are wondering, this is where all my points go. Gargoyles is fine, I'll keep that, I guess. This is where all my points go. I just skip tasks all the time. But that gave me a pretty big boost, so at least I have a little bit of, you know, excess points to work with. I think I'm going to go do some raids. Hopefully we can get a drop. I've been really feeling raids the past couple days. The only problem with it is you can't really get a whole lot of YouTube footage from it unless you get a drop, which is why you guys probably, I don't know, hopefully I'm still getting videos out on time, but there's a chance that they might be taking like 4 days instead of 3. Also, I forgot to mention, we did that entire task of 205 Avian Seas in one trip. It was like a 75 boss kill trip. I think that's pretty impressive. This is impressive. So, Waff and I threw together, with our friend Crozier, threw together this little, like, mass. We have 12 people, and we just got a 35-minute raid, and it was pretty successful, actually. So we're probably going to do this more often. Well, wait, can you even see? You can't see in the game chat. This guy got a dragon harpoon. GG.
Somebody.
Points 19,998. Reward pure essence 9999. Just couldn't break that next digit. By the way, to anyone wondering, the way that we're doing this is just a free-for-all, so that guy who got Dragon Harpoon, first of all, we probably wouldn't split that anyway, but the only people that I'm splitting with are people that I'm going in with, so in that case it was Wapf and Crozier are the people I'm splitting with, and now that Crozier is leaving, it's just going to be Wapf and I. That guy and whoever else gets drops just keeps it all to themselves. Yeah, I mean,
You got an arcane first.
benefits of doing the large teams, we see more drops. Downside, when they're not in our name, it's kind of shitty. So after doing an entire day of raids, I decided to be alright to take a little break and do some more Slayer. Man, I can't do Hellhounds because I still don't have a Spectral, and I don't want to buy a Spectral because I have to sell stuff to do it. Please don't judge me, and I guess we just get gargoyles back to back again. So that's fine. I'm also kind of, sort of, potentially working on a second account on the side. Well, not working on, but playing a second account on the side that I'm going to be using at Brutal Black Dragons. So I don't know if I'm going to continue doing that. It's just kind of something I'm throwing up in the air right now. It might continue going on. So obviously if I make any money on that account, I'll show you guys because it's relative to this series as well. So I sold off the loot tab once again, and I also sold off a couple extra runes because I realized my blood runes and soul rune stack were over 10k, probably from Sire, I'd imagine, and some other drops. I know some of the Slayer monsters drop blood runes and soul runes as well. So the stack is up to 26 mil, obviously nowhere near the arcane, and I know some people are going to ask this because the price of certain things have gone down. I do kind of regret buying the arcane prayer scroll because at the time 70 mil was a really good price for it, but now it's like 53, so obviously I could have saved some money there, but you know, prices change, things happen, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to keep trying to do raids, and I apologize that this episode is really raids oriented, but understand that raids right now are still really entertaining for me. It's just, it's hard to get YouTube content out of them, so that's kind of why we started doing the masses, so that you guys can at least see more drops, and that's a little bit better for you guys. But I think this is where I'm going to cut the episode. We are getting really, really close to being done, and that's amazing. Also, I don't know if I've mentioned it yet in this video, but we did just hit 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is amazing. So by the time this video goes up, there probably hasn't been, maybe has, maybe I'll post it before this video. I'm going to be doing a Draw My Life video because I think that'd be a pretty interesting thing for a lot of you guys, maybe get a little bit of a better idea of who I am as a person, even though a lot of you guys don't care because I just make YouTube content. But that should be up as well, and if it's up before this video, I will put an annotation on the screen right now. So if you guys did enjoy this, make sure you guys like it up, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and I hope to see you guys soon. So have an amazing day, and peace out.